Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I have got this Bella Hadid look. I always love her makeup. It's literally always flawless, looks amazing and never overdone. So if you like my video guys, remember to subscribe and follow me on Instagram at Eleise MUA as well. Okay, so I'm just going to prep the skin with embryo Eleise. Probably haven't pronounced that right, but I never know how you pronounce it in all my years as a makeup artist. And then something on the lips as well. So this is just a bit of Vaseline. So first of all, I'm just going to put on a little bit of foundation onto the eye area. Literally, just so I don't get any sort of lines that haven't got the face makeup on. And then I'm just going to apply a little bit of powder onto the eye area. That will help everything blend. Now for the eyes, I am going to use this Vanity palette. I'm going to use just a bit of tape, but this is just more sort of like a guide to tell you what not to go past. But you do want it in that like upwards, like, you know, like cat eye fashion. You want to leave a little bit of space underneath there, because that eye makeup sort of goes like almonds. So I'm going to start off with this sort of neutral colour and just apply it as sort of the transition. Underneath the eye as well. And then next, I'm going to use just a little bit of this orangey shade. Sort of blend that into the same area just below it. Make sure you're going right the way up to that tape as well. Then I'm just going to follow it up with a bit of this goldy colour. Just over the entire area. So this is where we do the eyes first, because can you see how much fallout is coming onto this? Because I just want a light wash, I'm sticking with this fluffy brush. Then on with a little bit of this walnut colour, and then this is where we're coming a little bit further down into the crease. And again, I'm keeping it all really smoky with this brush. So create sort of like a straight line. So what other makeups would you like to see? Do you want to see more like celebrity ones? Like give me some names. I love recreating makeup. I feel like I don't do it enough. I actually want to take just a little bit of that in to this inside corner. You see that creates that sort of socket shape. I want a little bit of that underneath as well. Just at the edge. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of Tiger's Eye and mix it with the brown. And then apply that onto that area just so it has a little bit of gentle shimmer in that too. And I know this might feel to some people like it's going really high up, but she does have her shadow quite high up to create that sort of look. So at this point I'm going to take this tape off. You can see there you've got quite a strong line. I'm going to blend that slightly in a minute. Now I'm going to take a smudgy eyeliner. So this is the Smoky Eye Pen by Rodial. Stretch the eye out. You don't want to go too past the eye. Just a little bit of a cat wing there. So just that tiny amount. And then it doesn't really extend too far past the eye. And I'm just going to use a little brush like this and just blend it ever so slightly, so it's not crisp. I want to make sure it doesn't go too far upwards. And can you see, by doing this, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a hint up that line. And then I'm going to take this darker brown colour and a little bit of this Tiger's Eye again. And just put that underneath. And just smoke that line out just a little bit. And you can use a little pencil brush to do that as well. Just smudge with your finger a little bit if you need to. Don't want that definite line there. Can you see you get like a hint of it without it being too much? I'm actually just going to extend that upwards so it goes into your sort of bone here. And then just make sure underneath the eye's got a nice amount as well. And then in the corner, just some of that gold again. And then make sure you've got some of that up here as well, so just use your finger. You want that gold to like catch the light when you move on your bone structure. Okay, so next I'm just going to take a wipe and just clean up the face. And I'm just going to apply some of this Vanity skin finishing gloss onto the cheeks. This is colour Empress. And we can add a bit more of this on afterwards, but I just want a little base. And on the forehead as well. Make sure you're not wiping away those lines. And then I'm going to mix the Ordinary 3.1Y and 1.2Y and just buff it over the face. Make sure you're getting all behind the ears. You want to keep the skin quite light, like as light as you can. Like light in texture, I mean, as in like not too heavy. Which is why I'm using this foundation. It's so good for this kind of thing. And I'm just going to use the darker colour on its own and just do a little bit of gentle contouring in the areas. So just take it upwards into the hairline. And this way it keeps that nice light texture. And then in this bit as well, at the end of the nose particularly, she does. And then I'm just going to take a very small amount of a dark concealer. Just create a very thin line there and there. And then wherever you want it on the nose as well. So I like to create a little V here. And on that, take that right the way up, blend that in. Then I'm going to take some Huda Beauty concealer. This is quite a light colour. And you want it right the way up here to give you those cheekbones to the edge of the nose as well. So this area and this area is really important for this. You don't want it right underneath the eyes. I'm going to apply just a little bit here as well. Tiny bits at the end of the nose. And that will sort of like bring out a structure. So now I'm just going to brush the eyebrows up. I want to keep them quite light. Add a few little like extra bits that I need with the brow pen. This is the Finesse brow pen and it's so good. This is the second colour, I think it's 2. I'm just keeping them really, really light. A little bit more, it's really annoying. Who else's brows do this? Like you have one that needs filling in way more. I don't want to make them like neat. Now her eyebrows brush up and her eyebrows are lighter than mine. Mine aren't great at doing that, so I'm going to leave them how they would naturally be, so you still get that sort of natural brow look. So next I'm going to take some Daniel Sandler's watercolor gel cheek colour, and this is in Petal. I just want a tiny bit of this. Mainly, I want some more of this. So you want to dab this on so you're not ruining your makeup underneath. Some on those bits. Mainly it's sort of this area here, like this bone structure. And then I'm going to add a small amount of this Contour Rocks around here. Make sure you don't get it on the area where the skin gloss is. It will go a bit funny. I want to just highlight that little area there. Okay, so for the lips, I'm going to line it with NYX Nude Beige, which is sort of the perfect colour for this. I'm only overlining top and bottom here, not around the edges. You want it to look nice and crisp. So I'm then going to use lipstick on top of this. This is Jane Iredale Lisa. Bit of Gerard Cosmetics 1995. I can't read what this is, but it's Jane Ardell. I'll link it here, but I'm pretty sure it says Susan. I'm just going to apply that to the centre. Then just going to edge it with a little bit of concealer to make it really neat. Tiny amount of black carbon. This is MAC, but you need to be really careful with this because it is quite messy. So I'm literally popping on the smallest amount, and I'm just going over this to make it a bit darker. Just like that. She doesn't wear a lot, like her eyelashes aren't particularly really long. My eyelashes are quite length, and they're quite long lengthwise, so what I'm going to do is just keep the mascara to the roots, just so you get that natural look, rather than go all the way to the end. Just zigzag it at the roots and just add a little bit more onto the edges, and then the same on the bottom, just a really small amount in the roots. And you just need a tiny amount of powder in this sort of area so you don't look shiny. You look glossy, not shiny. Can you see the difference that's made? So it focuses the gloss here. I'm just going to finish off with a very small amount of Ultra Glow. Underneath there, can you see the difference that makes? So I think that is the look done. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing, and if there's any other celebrity makeup that you would love to see, please let me know underneath.